How to know if it's time to remove someone from your life. So if you clicked on this video, you have probably grown and changed a lot within the past few months or the past year, and you probably feel like a different person. And so because you've changed, you've started to change your behaviors, you've started to change your attitude, you've started to change maybe the way you speak, and your friends or whoever it is has noticed, and you might have felt tension and resistance in the relationship. This is a time of great awakening and change. Many people are going through major shifts and transformations in their lives right now because they are discovering who they truly are. They are coming into alignment with their higher selves, and they are taking their lives to the next level. And unfortunately, in order for you to take your life to the next level, when you change your frequency, if the other people around you are not growing with you, they're going to resist the fact that you're changing, because it's shedding light on something about themselves that maybe they don't like. Maybe they see that you're on the come up, or that you are experiencing some success, and it's making them feel smaller, and it's making them become aware of the fact that they're not leveling up. When they see you, it's like a direct mirror for what they need to do in their life, and maybe they're not ready for that message yet. So they're going to react in a very resistant way, and they might be angry, they might be jealous, they might make offhand comments. Often the offhand comments are like really prevalent. So that's the number one sign that maybe it is time to remove someone from your life, is the fact that you have grown and you have changed and you have come really far. Maybe you're working on healing your trauma. Maybe you're working on upping your income. Maybe you're working on having a better lifestyle, losing weight, whatever. You're trying to improve, and naturally there's going to be people around you that don't like what they see. And then it's going to make you wonder, were they ever your friend? Did they ever really care about you? And those are disturbing questions to ask. Like, I've asked those questions and been disturbed by them, because I had spent so many years with them. I had invested so much time and energy into them, and I actually loved them. And you're thinking, don't they love me the same way? If you're asking these types of questions, that could be a sign that maybe they're not meant to be in your future. Sorry if I'm like getting sweaty, guys. I'm like in my car and I don't want the air conditioning because the sound of it, right? The next major sign it's time to remove someone from your life is every time you hang out with them, you feel energetically drained. That's because, again, you have raised your frequency, so you have more light coming into your body, okay? You have more energy emanating from you. So there's an energy imbalance now, and if that person hasn't changed at all, like their frequency hasn't changed, they're gonna start pulling energy from you, and they're actually gonna be an energy vampire in your life. So now when you hang out with them, you actually have to give them your energy in order to spend time with them. And that's going to take away from you working on your dreams, from you working on your goals, from you replenishing yourself. Okay? And like I said, the number one way to tell is you just feel drained after. Like, you're done hanging out with them, you're sitting at home, and you're like exhausted. You just want to go to bed. And you're kind of in like a blah mood. Like, you're not really inspired after you hang out with them. You're not really excited. Aren't you supposed to be excited and inspired by hanging out with your friends? Aren't you guys supposed to be bouncing ideas off each other, getting excited for the future, talking about the things you want to do with one another, talking about your dreams to one another? Right? Are you not doing that with the person you're hanging out with? Because if you're not, that's another huge sign. You feel so energetically drained, depleted. Okay, there's enough things in this world that drain and deplete you. It doesn't have to be in your circle of friends. Number 3 is they are very resistant to the changes you've made in your life. And like I've said, they've made all these comments maybe, or maybe they've made fun of you, or maybe they've just told you that you're not going to be successful. Or as soon as you throw an idea out, like, oh, you know, maybe I should do this, they'll shoot that idea down. They'll be like, no, because this and this and this could happen. Or that's a dumb idea. Or that will never work, right? They have these kind of responses. And that is toxic behavior. Okay, whenever you have a friend, your friend who supposedly cares about you and loves you should never shoot down your dreams, even if they are unrealistic, even if they are impractical. All dreams at one point were unrealistic and impractical. It's the crazy people, the delusional people that are the trailblazers in this world, that really make things happen, that invent things, that are innovative. Okay, so even if your dream is lofty and like idealistic and maybe not practical, who cares? If your real friend really loved and supported you, all they would care about is that you're happy and you're successful. And a lot of the times they'll be like, well, I don't want to see you fail because that will make you sad. But really what they're saying is, I don't want to see you take a risk and succeed because it will make me look bad. That's what they're actually saying, okay? If you really loved your friend, you would be with them through their failure and you would say, hey, at least you tried. Hey, at least you don't have to die wondering what would have happened if you hadn't took that risk. And the last major sign that maybe it's time to remove someone from your life is you don't see them in your future reality. Like, you just don't see how they're gonna fit in your future, okay? Like, let's say you're trying to manifest major abundance. You really want to change, like upgrade your life, upgrade your finances. Naturally, your circle of friends is going to change because you're going to be going on all these vacations and doing all these, luxurious things. And your friends that you have right now aren't necessarily going to have the funds to do that. Now, I'm not saying get rid of your friends because they're poor. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying people who are in a poverty mindset, a scarcity mindset, as soon as you get money and as soon as you're doing things that they're unable to do, they're going to make you feel bad about it. And they're going to be like, must be nice. I wish I could do that. They'll make comments like that. And it's just going to make you feel bad that you went out and changed your life and got what you actually wanted in life and created the lifestyle you actually wanted for yourself. Okay, there's going to be people that guilt trip you about that. So if they're going to constantly guilt trip you about that, it's kind of hard to justify wanting to be their friend, right? Because why do you just want to feel bad about your success, right? So that's just one example. Now, when I say completely remove, that's not necessarily necessary. You don't have to do like a cold turkey block where you block everything, all social media, never see them again. Like, it doesn't have to be this dramatic fallout. You can just spend less time with them. You can just see them less. Right? If they're your family member, you can see them on family occasions, see them at weddings, see them at funerals, see them at Christmas. It doesn't have to be this dramatic, episode. You can just be low key about it and just gradually spend less and less time with them. Right? And then it doesn't have to be so emotionally traumatic, because for some people it is, because it is hard to remove people that you love out of your life. But sometimes if you need to take your life to the next frequency and you really need to shift your frequency and someone is keeping you from shifting, that is your sign to let go of that person. It's time for you to step into a new chapter of your life. And I mean 100% step with 100% commitment. That's what your higher self wants to see. When you go into a new chapter, they want to see that you're not holding back, you're not hesitating in any area, right? So just be aware and conscious of that. If you have like all of these signs, that's a huge sign that you need to significantly diminish the amount of time that you spend with these people or whoever it is. Like consciously make an effort to not spend every single day with them or not see them so regularly, right? You really want to get their energetic field out of your energetic field and stop their influence from affecting your frequency. When you're shifting, when you're changing, I understand it's a transitionary phase. Like, I've been there where I didn't really have friends, where I didn't really have anyone to relate to. Like, I still have my friends, but I can't really tell them my goals. I'm the only one on social media. I'm the only one like putting myself out there, and that's how I make my money. And it's weird for them, right? They just work regular jobs, and that's fine. I love them. They have their own path, but like, it was very lonely for me. It was very lonely for me to try to change my frequency and try to make this massive change in my life. Like, I can't share this with my friends, and I accepted that. I was okay with that. Sometimes that's just how it is. Sometimes your best friend is just you, and you got to embrace that. And eventually you will come to a place where you will meet other people that you'll connect with, like you'll meet your soul tribe, as they call it. But it's going to happen in its own time. It's going to happen in its own divine timing, and everything lines up in a certain way, and you got to be in a certain frequency to attract that, right? And I'm patient with that process. And the more accepting and allowing you can be of it, the easier it's going to be for you to let these people go, so that you can make space for new, better people, for people who are resonating with you, for people who are going to support you in your success. And maybe you could even bounce ideas off each other, inspire each other. When you have people that are like really vibing on the same frequency, it is so powerful. That is incredibly powerful. You can change society that way. Anyways, guys, I hope that this video really helps you guys, and just know you're not the only one going through this. There are so many people going through this. You are not alone, and eventually we will all find each other.